Strap yourself in,
because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts. Listen on your favourite podcast platform or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like.
Right, Chris.
All right. Good evening, chunkies. How the devil are you? Welcome along to the show. Yes, it's another day and no ins or outs in the Big Brother football stadium. I really don't know what is going on. Rumours, BS. And I suppose it sums the life of a Leicester fan up at the moment when you're thinking, like, I'm getting excited about all the new kits that are coming out. Or is it just that I need to get a life? I'm not sure. What I am sure about is asking you if you could please do what it says there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leicester Till I Die TV. It would mean an awful lot, and smash those likes because that really does help the channel with YouTube's algorithms. You know what I mean. So do that. Just do it. Makes me happy, and you don't want to see me when I'm not happy. I turn all green and horrible and burst out my trousers. Not a nice thought. The other thing I ask you to do, if you do not mind, is if you are able to support the companies that support the channel.
Leicester lead again. The goals are flowing here now.
The Leicester Till I Die shop is now open. For all your Leicester Till I Die merchandise, visit the Leicester Till I Die shop at our website.
All the details in the description below on the YouTube channel, plus any codes that are there for you to get a special Leicester Till I Die discount on some of them. Douglas, good evening, sir. How are you? I saw your show the other night, and you weren't very complimentary about this shirt, were you? Now, I want you to understand, Doug, that when I get to the Liverpool shirt, it isn't about revenge. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now, shall we? We'll leave it at that for now. But they are nearly all out. I mean, everybody was late this season with the shirts. Usually they're all out by the last game of the previous season, and they weren't. I just thought it was Leicester that was late out, but it's not just us. Everybody seems to be a little bit late. So I've got to be honest with you as well. Looking at the shirts this year, I'm a little bit disappointed with them all. Last year, there were some really nice ones. And this time, I was struggling to actually like a lot of them. So I haven't put them in an order because I sat there and I couldn't. Last night, I'm sat there thinking, is that one? I just couldn't put it in an order. So what I've basically done is graded them. Spencer, good evening, sir. How are you? Have you got the new Leicester top yet? Have you got it? Well, let's see what you think of it, and let's see what we think of all the other ones as well as we go through them. So here we go. Premier League home shirts 2023 rated A to D. And that basically means that if it's an A, it's I love it, and if it's a D, I hate it. And I've also got my favourite and my worst in there as well. So please, like I say, enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts as well down the side. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? What would you give from A to D for the shirts as we go through them? Because I'll tell you, you might not be expecting some of my choices.
Nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition.
They don't. This is true. And you're probably not expecting some of these, as I say, either. Spencer says, I haven't got it. I like last year's better. That's a fair point. That is a fair point. I liked last year's as well. I thought it was one of the best shirts we'd had in a long time. But I'll come on to the Leicester one later. Let's dive in and get started then, shall we? With, first of all, no shows. Fulham yet to bring out their home strip. Or any strip, to be totally honest with you. I think they could well be playing in skins next season. And Brighton and Hove, weird, because today they have brought out their away strip, but no home strip. Oh, I don't know whether Brighton and Hove Albion are maybe playing all their games away from home. I don't know, but they haven't brought out either of these clubs their home strip yet. And can I just say, I've just seen Nottingham Forest away strip. You've waited. You've come back to the Premier League, and that is your away strip. I'm not showing it you, basically, because I haven't got the graph, but it's like Norwich on a bad day. That's the best way to sum it up. Here we go. Let's have a look. We start with Bournemouth. Welcome back to the Premier League, Bournemouth. It is nice to have you back, especially because you are literally a bus ride away from me, 15 minutes down the road, and it's going to be like a home game for me, this. But since I'm no longer working, since I have health problems, so cash and health, I can't get to it said Filbert Street then, to the King Power as often as I was really at all, to be honest with you. So I do like to go to a live game. We've got Bournemouth, Brighton and Southampton all along the coast there that I can go to. Now, this one, to be honest with you, what I like, as you know, for those of you that watched the show last year will know, what I like is bold colours. And this is bold colours. And just to let you know, by the way, if you're wondering what's happened, all these pictures I've done without the without the sponsor on. Because A, it gives them free publicity and, you know, they're not paying me. But B, also, you can see the shirt better when it's not covered, you know, with horrible, you know. And let's face it, I would admit that with Leicester. You know, we've got a horrible sponsor badge. So I've removed the sponsors. So I'm torn on this one. I mean, the neck's pretty straightforward there. The women's is a V, the men's is a round neck. Obviously, black and red stripes they've got to go for, and I do like the strong contrasting colours. I like bold contrasting colours, to be honest with you. You know, I don't like pale blue and light blue, or, you know, yellow and orange. I like those sort of red and black. But it looks like barbed wire. Honestly looks like barbed wire. I mean, when they were designing it, was the guy trying to sort of draw a line down on the screen, and he suddenly got an electric shock off his mouth, and he went, that's what's happened. Because I'm sorry, I like it, but it is dramatic, shall we say, dramatic. Let's hope. Are you ready for this? Let's hope they don't have a shocking season, folks. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. That is the first of many, I am sure. So that's Bournemouth, and I have given that a C. which I'm very disappointed. I like it, but if they hadn't been so... I mean, yeah, Doug says there, and I agree with you, it's a mad design, but I like it as well. I do like it, but it's just too... It could have been done better, and we'll see that as I think we've come to the Palace shirt and what have you. So I've given that a C. I like it, not a lot, but I like it. It's just too much, if you like. Yeah, as I say, it's the shocking effect of it. We then move on to, well, Arsenal. Now, Arsenal. It's... I mean, you know, what I like about this is, A, they haven't got a real person wearing the shirt, whether that is the Premier League or whether that is Arsenal themselves, who knows? I love the fact that they've done it. Whoever has done it must have a sense of humour, because to the left of them it says arse. And that kind of, yeah, I'm saying nothing. I am saying nothing. Yeah. But I like the collar. You will get to know as I go through this this show that I like collars, and I like the collar on this one. I like, obviously, the red and whites. It is bold. You know, it's very, very contrasting. It has got the 3 Adidas stripes on the shoulder, which probably would be shown off better if he didn't have his arm up. And of course, he has got the red 2-colour sleeves. So it pains me to say, but as I quite like this. I'm just looking. There is a button on the shirt. I don't like button. You know, when people are wearing buttons or shirts with buttoned up and no tie, it just looks. We used to, in my day, we used to call them kinos. But it would look better with the button undone, I think. Spencer says he likes the collar as well. I do. I think it's better. I think it is nice. Doug says nice top. It does look like a fancy dress shirt. I'm disagreeing with you there. It is nice. I just can't get past the fact that it says arse next to it. Maybe that's what some players will be using it for. But I have given this a B. Yeah, I think that's the most I've ever given an Arsenal shirt. Simple, plain, nice collar and 2-tone sleeve. That's the best way I can describe that. And then, now, that's Arsenal. So that's a C for Bournemouth, a B for Arsenal. What do these get? Aston Villa. Well, I guess there's not an awful lot you can really do with certain shirts. They are stuck to the colours, which are claret and blue. Maybe they could do stripes. I don't know. You know, half and half. But they've got the claret and blue, so they have to stick to that. And I agree. I agree. The bottom half of the shirt, it's almost like it's a. I shouldn't say this about Premier League football, but it's almost like arrows down to the genitals. Why they're only at the bottom half of the shirt and not the top half, I will leave to your imagination, because it would have looked, I think, quite nice had they carried on with the stripes up and got it going round the neck. So, you know, they'd mirrored the neck V with the lines as they go down. So, yeah, not an awful lot you can do there with that. I'm not sure who the manufacturer is there. Blue edge into the collar, which just maybe fins it off. Villa's plain. It is indeed. Have you been reading my notes here, Spencer? I've got it down as plain, V-neck, dull and boring. Not an awful lot more I can say about it. So for that reason, it gets a C, because it isn't totally, but I give it a C. To be honest with you, Doug, yeah, I mean, I have taken the sponsors off here because it does give us a better view of the whole shirt, as I said at the start. And we would all love shirts without the sponsor on, but that's why the sponsor is paying. I know at the end of the day, you got, I think it was West Ham the other season, did the kids without the sponsor on. It was a betting company. But I just they pay, don't they? They pay to go on the shirts, and I'm just thinking, would I pay an extra £10 not to have the sponsor? Well, this shirt was £70 this season. It's the most expensive shirt we've had in a year, and I haven't had letters on the back with my, Leicester Till I Die and the number 1, which I always have on my shirts. So I probably wouldn't, but some people might do. But a lot of them, as I say, look better without the sponsors. But hey ho. Clubs need the money, don't they? Brentford next. Now, Brentford, it's red and white stripes. It's red and white stripes with a vicar's collar. I mean, it is, isn't it? It's a vicar's collar. I'm sorry. I know, they all say that, it is the church we go to when we go to our home ground and what have you, but I think Brentford have taken it a little bit further. It's bold, I can say. It's red, it's white. That's it. Nothing more I can really say about that one. So I have given Brentford, as I say, I don't hate it because I do like the coloured and the white stripes on a lot of teams. I've given that a C again. The logo's a little bit like iffy when it's on. Is it the same as last season, Doug? I did wonder whether I recognised it or not. And you could be right. And if it is, well done to them. Definitely, I agree with you. Well done to them. I don't think I particularly liked it last season, although I can't remember. My tastes change. But Brentford gets a C from me. And a nice one if you get the same shirt. Yes, it is the same top, says Doug. Well then, hey, well done, Brighton. I have said a lot of clubs, it would be a nice gesture to have done that to fans. I remember going back years and years and years that we used to have a shirt that would last 3 seasons, and then it was always 2 for years. I mean, most of the time I can remember it was 2, but I do remember a few seasons before that it was 3. But it's a way of making money, really, isn't it? And it's just, I agree with Doug. Big up Brentford. Money's tight for everybody. It is, and it is nice to. If you bring a new one out, let's make them cheaper, shall we? Let's make them cheaper because we know we can get them cheaper without all the badges and everything on it. From the Adidas website and what have you. Anyway. That's an argument for another day, another channel. Chelsea. What can I say about Chelsea that is nice? I've got to be honest with you, nothing. I mean, last season they came up with one of the most horrendous football shirts I've ever seen. It was like diagonal one way, then stripes, then straight down, then diagonal the other way. It looked like they'd literally sort of got a few scraps left and sewn them all together. So this season they've gone for a very, very plain look. Too plain to my mind. There's nothing on the on the arms at all, and it's a light blue. Now, if you can, I don't know if you can see there down. I probably won't show on your screen, but just to the right of the picture, in the bottom right hand side, above the gold decal of the picture, there's like blue and white pattern. That is the colour of the neck. Now, Doug's just said it here. Yeah, last season's shirt had 3 different designs. This one is a really weird collar. Exactly, Doug. Exactly. It is so weird. I said about Brentford's Vickers collar, but this I just don't know. It doesn't meet. It's like a V in the middle. There's a gap. It's not contrasting because it's a light blue against the dark blue. I just do not like it at all. So, like I say, plain blue this season. I just think it's a mismatch, to be honest with you. I don't like it at all, and for that reason, it gets a D. Yeah. Sorry, Chelsea, you get a D. Again, 2 years running, you are in the bottom of my charts. Spencer said used to win them out alternatively 1 year a new away shirt, the next year a new home shirt. I think yes, it just helps finances, doesn't it? It just does help finances. But I suppose not everybody buys the away shirt. Excuse me while I have a drink. But like I say, I've actually spent less this season because although the shirt was more, the actual, because I didn't have all the lettering on the back, I've actually ended up paying less. So in a way, the club's kind of lost out. So after Chelsea, we come to Crystal Palace. Now, last season, it was very bright. It was very contrasting. I use that word a lot. Blue and red, the colours. This year, I absolutely love it again. They've nailed it. They haven't nailed it. They've taken the colours. They've done, as we said at the start, a kind of what Bournemouth have done, but less dramatic. I love that effect of, the way where you get a pencil and you kind of squiggle it down the page a little bit like that. I absolutely love it. Carried on onto the arms. White edging with the blue and red circles as well. And Doug, I didn't think you liked it last season, but you love it this season, Doug. Well done, mate. I love it as well. Cyber leader, West Ham United. Good evening. How the devil are you, sir? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I absolutely love this as well. I think it's very clever design. Like I say, there's not an awful lot you can do with a lot of clubs. Like Leicester, we were always blue. Last season, we had a lovely background within the blue. Crystal Palace, always blue and red. But I do absolutely love the effect. Collar, yeah, it's not my favourite type of collar, but I love the fact that they've got the edging around it, and on the arms as well. What have I got here? Yeah, great. It's a great play on the stripe theme. It really is. So I think you all can see where this one is going with me. I've given it an A. An A. I absolutely love it. Not enough to go and buy it. Now then, the first of the Merseyside clubs. Oh dear, Everton. I mean, going to the Majestic Stadium. Is it good? I've no idea. I've never been there, Si, but I don't know. Let's have a look. Everton. I'm not sure what to make of this. There's a little bit of a design in the blue under where the logo would be. So from the badge and the manufacturer down, it has got kind of an effect in it. There's a white bit under the arms, but it literally is only a small. It doesn't go all the way down. It kind of looks like they've run out of blue material there. And they have got basically a plain neck blue, but they've rounded it off with a white. Sorry, but they've rounded it off with the blue as well. It is plain. I mean, again, not shown off to its best. It does have some sort of decal on the shoulder, chevron sort of effect. I think it is on the shoulder. That just stops it getting a D for me. So I'm giving it a C. You can't really see it on these pictures, but that just about saves it from being a D. Cyber Leader says 3 out of 10. Yeah, I guess that would be about it. But Cyber, I'm doing it A to D, just so you know where I'm coming from. And I'm giving that a C, where A is obviously the best, D is the worst. So, yeah, Merseyside, not, that took a lot of designing. Although there is a little bit of pattern in it that you can't really see on here. So these pictures that have been released aren't the best yet. You have got the chevrons on the shoulders, but that bit of white underneath it. Yeah, they did actually, Doug. You're quite right. Their new sponsors actually did relegate Watford. Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed. So anyway, that is Everton, the first of the Merseyside clubs. and a little bit disappointing for me. So next up, Leeds United. Now, I was very critical of Leeds United last season, but I actually like this one. It's not plain white because it's white, but I'm just having a look up closer there. I think there's a bit of a pattern within the white. I'm not 100% sure, but I love that. I mean, Adidas, you can't better Adidas, sorry, for the three stripes. I mean, it's just iconic, isn't it? And I love seeing them on a shirt. And I'm so glad at the moment that we've got Adidas as our sponsor, as our shirt manufacturer. But there, you look at that. It's got the blue edging on the arms with a little bit of white underneath it. I must say the blue stripes finish off nice neck, not exactly totally round, not tight on them. So I am. Cyber's gone for a B with Leeds, and I've said here pain, but love the edging neck and the Adidas stripes. So I have as well gone with B. Spencer said Leeds is nice as well. It is, like I say, how they keep coming out with different designs, with the shirts, because there's not a lot they can work on with the main shirts. But yeah, I quite like that, and I gave it a B. In fact, you could say there's three of them, so it's not exactly 2B, is it? Yeah, no, that I'm sorry. I will go and punish myself for that later. I promise you. Leicester. Well, what can I say about Leicester? I grew up in the 1970s. That was my teenage formative years. Yes, I went through all the glam rock era, the platform shoes, the flared trousers, kipper ties, big huge collars on shirts, and one of my favorite all-time strips, and I have it, but it is literally made of such a thick material, it's so warm to wear and so tight, but it's iconic because it's the ones that like Worthington was wearing and Keith Weller, Lenny Glover. So it was that kind of era, the Bloomfield era, and it was blue and white, and it had sort of a stripe going between the arms and the arms and the main body of the shirt, with all the Admiral logos on. Admiral made some great shirts, didn't they? Made some great shirts. And I looked at this when it came out, and as I say, I haven't got a lot of money this year, so I thought it's really got to be good to impress me. And I fell in love with it at first. It's divided a lot of Leicester fans, and I know Doug, when he did his, was not impressed with the collar, but I love the collar. I'm wearing it now, as you can see. It's loose. It overlaps at the bottom. It's not tight round your neck. Yeah, this is a bit. Well, it's not really big. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if it was as big as the Arsenal one, but for me, it takes me back to that era, because they had the white collars on that as well. If you have a look at any Frank Worthington picture for Leicester City, the chances are he's got either the white or blue version of this on. And this is kind of harking back to those days. A lot of the shirts have got a bit of a retro feel, to be honest with you. 3 stripes on the collar, loving it, as you know. Leeds kit is good, just going back, said Ryan. Good afternoon, Ryan. How are you? Cyber leader, not bad. A to B, can't decide. Wait till we get to yours, Cyber. And Spencer, I'm not sure with the gold badge. I've got to be honest with you, Spencer. Actually, when I first looked at it, I didn't even notice that wasn't white. Because you've got the huge logo in the front, as you can see there, which kind of takes over the whole shirt. It looks lovely. I absolutely love it there with no sponsor on. But when it came and I saw it was gold, it actually looks really nice. It actually just is a little bit different, adds an extra little colour into it. and you've got the white edging on the side. I totally. You'd make. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know whether any of you remember, and I can't remember. It was a Conservatively member of Parliament under John Major, and he wasn't the nicest bloke at all. But he was having an affair with the woman. I don't know sort of how much, what part of his wallet she fell in love with. But he used to make love to her in a Chelsea shirt. I could make love in this shirt. That's what David Mellor. That was it. David Mellor. Google him. And then you can see. So yeah, I absolutely like it, to be honest with you. Love it. Doug, I know, doesn't like the colour of the collar, but it seems it's a nice touch with the badge. I have got the title wrong. I can change that afterwards. Cyber Leader, thank you very much. I was hoping they'd last for 2 years. So it's probably no surprise when you've heard what I've sort of said here, that I'm actually going to A, and it's my favourite. It's the top of the pile. And I did try to be, because I looked at these and thinking, like, would I buy them? If I wasn't a Leicester fan, would I buy them? To me, this is the best one going. But anyway, and I thank you, Cyber. Like I say, I will change that afterwards. It's been a long day. So yeah, an A plus, an A star, if you like. Absolutely love it. I thought we had the A plus. I've converted you, Cyber. Well, welcome. You're an honorary Leicester fan. But yeah, I could just sit in. I think it's absolutely, well, as a wee Scottish, I would say, lass once said, it's fandabidozy. It as I say, I just don't. Kevin, what do you think, Kevin?
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Yeah, you've got to love it, haven't you? You have to love it. Okay, so that's left. Should we move on? Do you think I've looked at it long enough? Yeah, I think we probably have. Let's move on from Leicester. And then we come to Doug. Whoa, we come to Liverpool. Doug. What is going on Merseyside? Last season, you had a red shirt with an orange edging. Ryan, City fan, yeah, Leicester City is good. Thank you very much, mate. Won't argue with me. We won't get an argument with me at all. But this one, Liverpool, I mean, what is it? Let me just say something. If you're a Liverpool fan, save yourself 70 odd pounds, nip down to TK Maxx and get yourself a red polo shirt or a red t-shirt and a bit of white paint. You save yourself a lot of money, because that is absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. I know last season's away shirt, I don't know if Doug is still in or he's gone off to write me a horrible letter. But yeah, I mean, there's no pattern to it. There's a little bit of a pattern around the bottom of the arms. There's maybe that. Yeah, there's a very little bit of a pattern in it, but a blind man will be glad to see it. Absolutely diabolical. I'd say last season's away shirt looked like something you get off the shelf at Wilco. It was just a coloured shirt. This one is just as bad. Would you seriously pay 70 quid for that? And I know Liverpool fans will, and I respect them for that, because it is your club, etc. It is. I don't know. At least last season's. I don't. I mean, it's better than your away shirt. Yeah, exactly, Cyber. Go to Primark, as I've just said, TK Maxx, buy yourself a 10 quid shirt, t-shirt, and paint it on. Ryan says Liverpool's kit is so bad. Adam says, well, who would pay £70 for toilet roll? And he said it's better than last season's. Ungrade Liverpool, Chris. Liverpool yawn, says Spencer. Ryan, Liverpool kit is so plain red, that's it. Ant says he loves the Leicester one, doesn't like the yellow badges. I've got to disagree with you there. It says, Doug says, but I love this. Reminds me of the 04-05 top when we won in Istanbul. Okay, I mean, obviously that's is a Liverpool thing, and that was a great win for you. I never saw that comeback happening. But I just look at this and I just say,
oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no.
And it gets a D and a great big. It is the worst shirt. That is officially bottom. And I haven't even seen it's 20th, and I'm not even seeing Brighton or Fulham yet, and it's still 20th. How can a shirt be 20th out of 18? But Liverpool manage it. They seriously do. You don't like it, the law of averages mean I have to like it, says Ant. You want to go and love it, Ant? That's fine. You know your secret. Your, what do they call it? Your secret hidden wish or whatever. James, good evening. How are you? You've missed Liverpool's shirt, mate, which is probably just as well. Cyber Leader says, yes, let's see United. We're coming up to it. And Ryan says, lol. Right, so that's Liverpool. And coming up next, well, we move down the M62 and go into Manchester. Oh, now. Yeah, Ryan says D sounds right for Liverpool. Sorry, Doug. D for Doug, D for your shirt. 20 out of 18. Now, Manchester City, they aren't that. Has my sound gone again? Let me just check the audio. No, the sound should be all right. Can everybody hear me? Spencer says he can't hear me. Nobody else has said anything. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm on the right microphone. But this, to me, yes. Why claret? White claret. Doug says this is awful. Ryan says I like this kit. Just let me know in the chat, so whether you can hear. Oh, Cyber Leader says he can hear, so I'm guessing it's okay for most people. I have checked. Like I say, I am using it has connected to the right microphone this time. Doug, yeah, are you Burnley in disguise? Well, yeah. exactly. In fact, this was one of the shirts that actually looks better with the sponsor on it. I just do not get the claret. I'm not going to lie. Oh my God. Look, I've just seen your away shirt. I'm getting a headache. I mean, first of all, I don't know who that player is in the middle, but he looks like he's from like Hooligans United. I believe it says he can't hear now. And he said he could hear a minute ago. I'm very, very confused. Right, let me just go to settings. And it seems to be working all right at my end. Francis says, I like Man City. Yes, can hear again now. James says, I'm not keen on City's kit. I agree why the claret strips. Can't hear, says Cyber again. Talk hello. Yeah, they put this in. My sound is really bad, and I don't know why, to be honest with you. I really, really don't. It's all connected. Everything is connected. I did. Let me just have a look. Let me just have a go at that again. Because that's when I'm using the wrong mic. And this is when I'm back to this mic. It's Logic I've talked in a long time. Thank you, Ant. How is it sounding now? He said, I'm confused now as to what is better. Is this better that I'm saying now? Sounds good now. Brilliant. That's okay. It's my system. It's my system. I obviously have got an Arsenal microphone here because it only works occasionally. Anyway, talk. Welcome in Football versus Cancer. It is YouTube channel. Go over there, give it some support. It's the same on Facebook. On Twitter as well. Great charity. Football Against Cancer. Just tap that in. You'll find him. Give him some support. So anyway, back to Man City. White claret looked awful. Nothing nice about it. I say the guy that's wearing that, it looks like he's going to come and knock me in the face. To be honest, I'm sure he's probably a very good Manchester City player, but no, he scares me. He scares me. But the collar is and the edging, they've got the edging kind of right because it's on the sleeves as well. But to me, I have got to give this one a D. Sorry, Man City, but you've got to give that one a D. The other half of Manchester, no, I'm really not sure about this. I just don't know what to say. I mean, last season's was awful. Cyber Leader's already gone out and said a D for him. Do you? I mean, again, I'm of a certain age, but I remember the fashion was to have a pullover that was round neck, and you'd have a t-shirt or a shirt underneath that, and you'd pull the collar out so that the collar would sit on top of the shirt. And that's what this reminds me of. It does look similar to the Arsenal one, Doug. Yep, you're quite right. And then you've got the triangles on it. You got the three stripes down the thing, which you can hardly see because they're black. Surely you would. I mean, I get Man United black, but white would have looked nicer. It's not doing it for me. It just isn't doing it for me, and so it gets a C. It gets a C. Good attempt, but it just looked to me like, it looks like something, to be honest with you, like I said, that a computer geek would wear. I say the full round neck jumper with the shirt underneath and the collar pulled out on it. Again, James says not keen on the United kit either. Collar is 100% similar to Arsenal's. And Doug said, I think it's meant to be a tribute to the 96-97 top. I don't remember them having a bad one like that, but there we go. Maybe some of these loses a bit in the translation. It obviously means more to the players of the individual teams. So that gets a C from me. Now, Newcastle, I absolutely love Newcastle last year. You can't get any more. I'm coming to that side, but I'm coming to Forest. Oh, don't you worry. And Ant says, "Oi, what's wrong with the computer geek?" We haven't got time, Ant, for me to go into it. Usually they're short. They dress strangely like that. They never go out. They don't know Let's stop. I'll be here all night. Now, Newcastle, I like Newcastle. Black and white. You can't get any more contrasting than that. Very, very good, oppositions of colours. It does look good. You are quite right. Even the away shirt looks nice for Newcastle. They did it right last season. It looks like they've got it right again this season. And Newcastle, plain stripe, nice neck, and I love it again. I love it, and for me, it gets an A. So well done, Newcastle, for 2 seasons running there. Yet they are in my top bracket. Yes, I believe it says looks good, Newcastle. And then we come on to James says decent kit. Newcastle's can't do much with it, but very decent. But so many kits, James, you can't do an awful lot with. Everton are blue, Leicester are blue, Chelsea are blue. You can't, it's a full-time job, I think, trying to come up with something different, to be fairness. And I don't think many clubs have really sort of put that much effort in this season. Now then, after Newcastle, Nottingham Forest. Now, you know I hate Nottingham Forest, don't you? You do. That is awful, Ant. That is just going to be ignored. You know I do not like Nottingham Forest, but it's their first season back in. I'm doing them all in alphabetical, mate. It's how the slides are set up. Well, I think me and Ant are actually in agreement. I hate it. Put it on a fire. It looks like it already has been on a fire. I mean, I can't see if there's any pattern in the red at all. There's no real proper edging change of colour to it. There is an edging to it, but it's almost the same colour. Now, this was the actual picture that Nottingham Forest put out. So I didn't even have to remove the sponsor because there wasn't a sponsor on it. Now, people might say that, I'm being horrible if I was to say that nobody wanted to be associated with Nottingham Forest, but I think it's true. As an advertiser, A, would you like to be associated with that shirt? And B, do you really want to be associated with that club? Let's be honest. I'm sorry, Nottingham Forest. You've come back and you've already started off the campaign. And please, I can't put those up. And I have given it a D. I've given it a D. So after Nottingham Forest, Southampton. Now, this is what I say about doing something different with what you've gone work with. So Southampton have got red and white stripes. And I think it's a bit similar to last season's, but, as I look at it here, God, I just had to go past Forest's away shirt. If you think the home shirt's bad, wait to see the away shirt. There's pattern in the white. There's a little bit of a pattern in the white. You got the one big red stripe down the middle. But you got the black edging. And I think without the black edging, I wouldn't have liked it. But with that black colour edging down the side, it is... And it matches the collar as well. And the fact that there's somebody in the picture that looks like he's over 55. Big up to us old ones. So I just said it's like Ajax's shirt. I'll take your word for it. I've not seen it, mate. I do like it. I do absolutely like it with the black. The black to me just finishes it off. And I've given Southampton an A. So well done, Southampton. I think I liked yours last season as well. That I have given you an A there. Tottenham Hotspur. Last season, oh God, Southampton's away. I wasn't going to do an away shirt show, but I think I might have to. Tottenham. No one can stop them. Yeah, well, last season's Tottenham was like Liverpool's this season. It was just basically a white T-shirt. This season, they've actually gone a little bit further. They've stuck a little bit of edging on it around the neck. It's a round neck again. It's another tight one. And, the edging's on the arm. Give it something. The blue and yellow one, that's the away one, mate. We will look at that another day. I don't know what's happened with the away shirts. I think they've just given everybody total freedom to do with what they want. But Tottenham's better than last season with black edging, but it is still very, very boring. It sends you to sleep, Can't get excited by it, but because it's better than last season, I've given them a C. Because it doesn't fall quite into the D bracket. So after Tottenham, cyber leader, maybe we should leave West Ham to the end, should we? Spencer, you quite like the Spurs shirt. I am surprised at you, sir. You will never show your face in Leicester again now. But no, it's just nothing. I mean, it's not horrible, which is why it hasn't got a D. but it just isn't particularly nice. I've got to say. Burnley shirt. Sorry, not Burnley, West Ham. Sorry. Sorry, Cyber. What can I say about West Ham? They've tried to do something different, but WTF, as I've put here, with those shoulders. What? It looks like a bird poo. It looks like a bird has flown over you and pooed on your shoulder. I just really... Best home kit of the season, Doug. Wow. I'm surprised. Surprise. I mean, it's got the blue edging. The blue edging on the arms a bit big for my liking. It's not as much an edging as half of the shirt. Cyber, I'm out. Take care, buddy. As much as I say, what I've done here is I've said it is big edging, both on the neck as well, and the arms. I don't know what they've done with those shoulders. It does look like a pigeon's nest on them. But that said, I do quite like it. I wouldn't say it's the best, like you said, Doug. I do actually quite like it, and I've given it a B. So, yeah. I don't know. Part of me says, Cyber says he's still staying. I thought you might, Cyber. Part of me doesn't like the shoulders, but then another part of me is looking at it going, you know what? It's different. It's nice. And I'm torn, but I can't. It's certainly not an A, Cyber. I am sorry. C- for West Ham, says Spencer. You've agreed with me, Cyber, with the B there. I think it is a little bit different, and I've given you a B because there's a bit of me that's saying I like it. And the that little elf on your shoulder that goes, you like it? No, you don't. Yes, you do. No, you don't. Ant says he really likes it as well. So yeah, it's getting a lot of support there. The West Ham shirt in the chat. And James says, I like West Ham's kit, looks decent. B is spot on. Yeah. I don't know. Don't really. Just be proud, Cyber. I get it. Preferred last year's one. I can't. I'm not sure. Wolves. Again, really difficult to see from the picture they've put out. Cyber. I've just seen your away shirt. What? What is that? We're going to have to do an away shirt show now, aren't we? But Wolves, what can I say about Wolves? Oh, their away shirt's bad as well. It's gold, it's black. It's black, it's gold. It is what it is. V-neck, but a tight V-neck on this one. Black edging. I think there's a black stripe down on the arms where Adidas have the stripes. I think it's just got the one stripe there, but it's certainly got edging on the arms as well, but you can't see it there. But again, apart from that, it's gold and it's black. I've got nothing else to say. Absolutely nothing else to say. I've given it a C because, like I say, they haven't come out and made a bad one, but they also haven't done an awful lot with it. So there we go. We still haven't said we've got the Brighton away, but we haven't got the Brighton home. We haven't even got a Fulham third kit. I mean, I didn't know what for. I think Fulham are going to play in skins. So that is my grading of the Premier shirts for next season. You've agreed with some, you've disagreed with others, and it's great. It's what it's about. but it's your own. And I know this one has divided Leicester players, Leicester fans. Sorry, they don't like the collar on it, the big collar. I love it, but maybe that's an age thing. Average Wolves kit, says James. What more could they do with it? Not a lot, you know. Well, you said that we see with Leicester last season. We're blue and white, but we managed to put a nice pattern into it. So yeah, maybe there is something they could do with it. Just quickly run through them again then here. So Bournemouth, barbed wire, electric shock, gets a C. Arsenal, the collar, they've shown it with somebody else, as we say, gets a B. Not quite top notch. It gets the B as much for the fact that the guy who put this together left arse up behind him, and I think that deserves a B to that guy. Villa, C. Yeah, I just couldn't decide either way with that. Pretty boring, if I'm totally honest with you. Brentford, same as last season. Stuck with the same shirt, but I don't like the Vickers collar. I maybe liked it last season. I could well have done, but you know. Chelsea D. Hate the blue, the two different blues. I hate the edging totally, and I hate that neck. Palace, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. If I've got to adopt another team, just going on the shirts, one of them possibly would have to be Palace. Everton, C. Sorry, James. It just looks, it looks sort of something a spotty teenager would wear, and it does look like there was a spotty teenager there. Leeds better than last season. Enjoy, like it. Got a B. We all know I'm not going to drag us out on that anymore. Sorry, Doug. Liverpool. I mean, it's got to have a. It definitely does. Man City, D again. Yeah. What the WTF with the claret? C for Man United. You know, it's the computer geek Anthony again there. Newcastle, love them. A, I think I love that shirt. Forest, gets a D just for being called Nottingham Forest. Saints, Southampton, love it, gets an A. I love it. Tottenham got a C. West Ham got a B. It's still dividing me. I could have easily gone with a C for that one, but I went for a B just because they've tried something a little bit different. And then Wolves ending up with a C at the end because basically it's gold and black. So those are my choices. Doug says, would you like me as the Liverpool fan for the opposition view, mate? Yeah, I'm changing things next season. I'm not actually doing an opposition view as such. I'm actually putting the opposition view in with the preview. So it's going to be one big show. It's going to be a preview, and the opposition fan will be on the preview. I would love you to do it, Doug, 100%. Please do come on and do it. That would be great. But that's how we're going to do it. So like I say, trying to sort of cut that. I'm trying to come up with different shows and ones that worked and ones that didn't work. And an hour of an opposition fan. It's like yesterday I had Rodri Giggs, as you know, Ryan's brother on. And I did a show with him for 40 minutes. And the views weren't brilliant, although we did discuss Leicester in there. So I'm going to do a few. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll speak to me afterwards, Doug, because I have got an idea. I have actually got an idea on that. Cyber Leader says, can I do the Championship? What would you sooner me do, the Championship or the Premier League aways? I don't really. I think Dan will be doing the Championship, obviously, on Turf Moorhouse. So he'll probably do that, in fairness. Brentford win it for me for keeping the same as last season. It's a big plus. It's a big plus, in fact. I could possibly move them up to a B. I don't know, but I've done it now. But yeah, they get a gold star for that. James, C or D, I'd rate Everton's kit average, only real negative. Is the sponsor. Well, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't have a sponsor on your shirts, are fans happy to pay an extra 10 quid on the tickets? or they want to pay an extra £10 on the shirts if there's no sponsor. It's an awkward one. I mean, we've got FBS, and they're like an online share dealing type of thing, and it's awful. It's awful. But I much preferred King Power. It looked nice, at least. But it is what it is. It is what it is. David, hello. How are you, sir? Can you get Jake again? I'm trying to get Jake on, to be honest with you. He's off on a cruise, bless him. It's a hard life, isn't it, eh? First world problems, certainly. But he's off on a cruise with his dad, the big Cox and little Cox and Mrs. Cox, who are going away on a cruise. We're trying to do a quiz with them. But yeah, I am actually got a few plans as well. James, keep hitting the likes and subscribe. Thank you very much, James. Rodri Giggs show was good. Thank you, Spencer. Did you like it? Thank you very much. Thank you. Doug says, Premier League aways are really intriguing, aren't they just? Maybe we should, I don't know if you can do one and do it at the same time on two channels. I don't know if that's possible, but maybe we should look at it. Yeah, that is the one that's in the pipeline, Cyber. But to be honest with you, I was going to do a quiz. I've already done one quiz. It's a new quiz I've got coming out for the year. And I know Craig's got a quiz that I'm going to be talking about over the weekend, which was the Premier League one we did last year. It's going to be revamped in some way. So I'm seeing what idea he's going to come back with. But he's been away. I haven't been able to see him. And the women's football, the women's Euros has kind of taken my life over. Away kits I'd go for to rate. I think I will, because it's Premier League. David, are you a Wolves fan? Yeah, I mean, I gave Wolves a C. Like I say, it's nice, but it just doesn't great. It's just say it's nice, and that's it. But it wasn't awful, which would have got it to D. Is Steve Linex coming? Yes, see you in 45 minutes for the watch along. Indeed, sir. Indeed. See you there. Hopefully my sound will be sorted by then. Spencer, is Steve Linex coming back for the next season? He has told me he wants to. So, yes. And if we can do it, just looking at the format, because it took a lot of preparation with all the figures up and everything. So I'm just having a look if there's a way we can maybe do it easier. Maybe put an extra twist on it, in as much as... I don't know whether to get a third person. I don't know. I'm looking at it, but Steve Linex, yes, God willing, will be back next season. Guys, thank you so much for that. Please smash the likes if you haven't. Please subscribe. It means it just helps the channel out so much. And as I say, if you press that subscribe button as well, that likes button as well, it does help with YouTube's bits and bits. So please do this.
Watch us on YouTube. Listen on your favorite podcast platform, or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
I'm off to try and get a drink and something to eat before the 7:45 kickoff. England are playing Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland on the way home, unfortunately, but it was great to see them at a finals. They've only been professional since January, so well done to the Northern Ireland girls for getting there. That was their finals, getting to the Euros, to be honest with you. England, we put 8 past Norway. It could be another one of those nights tonight. I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a good... Yeah, I won't sing for you. I won't sing. Moving forward with the last matches, because they're all obviously in the same group. They're being played at the same time, and that basically means that we can't... Well, we are going to cover both shows. We're going to have 2 of us on doing the review, doing the sort of watch-alongs, and one of us will be watching one show, one of us will be watching the other. But tonight, because it's England, we're just going to be doing England, I think. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I won't say thank you for... tell him, well, he's going on his cruise. I don't know when he's going on his cruise, Cyber, but tell him that we're going to stuff him next year. Thanks, guys. I'll see you at 7:45. Thank you for watching Leicester Till I Die TV. Please do go and press the subscribe button. I won't thank you for listening, because this isn't going out on Spotify or any of the podcast platforms, because it's a visual show. Stay safe. Take care. Don't do anything I won't enjoy. See you at 7:45.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too or I'll be back.
Cool. I'm out of here. Ooh, that's a wrap.
Some people are on the pitch, they think it's all over.